Welcome to my late night broadcast. Late night broadcast today. Here where I am, we are already on the 23rd of July 2020. Back there in Biafra land, you are still on the 22nd of July 2020. This evening, this late, I am not going to take much of your time because we are all tired from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast. And so I have to just do quickly one or two things here, because if I miss it today, it will be difficult for me to go back to it tomorrow. So because every day there is a different program coming up, and every day a lot of things is happening in Nigeria. Things are happening and we need to be updating you and to tell you to know what is going on. Remember, the essence of this live broadcast and these videos we are doing is to enlighten you, for you to know that, first of all, Nigeria is not working. Second of all, Nigeria will never work. Third of all, Nigeria has become irredeemable. Fourth of all, Nigeria is in a very rotten state. Number 5, Nigeria breeds criminals. Number 6, Nigeria breeds criminals. Number 7, Nigeria breeds criminals. Number 8, Nigeria breeds criminals. Number 9, Nigeria breeds criminals. Number 10, Nigeria breeds criminals. And then number 11, Nigeria breeds criminals. Number 12, Nigeria breeds criminals and terrorists. So let us stop here at number 12. And these numbers is what I'm going to talk about today. As you all have listened, first of all, let me give you a background of what I'm about to do this evening. This evening, I will continue to show you the declassified document of the United States of America. I am going to present to you the declassified document of the United States Department of State on the 3rd of February 1969. On the 3rd of February 1969. I am going to review the documents to you. And remember, why I am doing this is for you people to understand what roles the international community plays in a situation when a country is in a situation like Nigeria. International community play a very important, vital role in either the solution of that country to maintain peace in the region. So a lot of you do not understand, some of you who are even in America or who are in UK, who are educated according to yourself, according to you, you are educated, and then you are always asking, why are we always depending on foreign country? Why are we always depending on an international community? I want to let you people know something this evening. You see, we are in a global village. Guided by principles of international law. And in this international law, you have countries that are regarded as world powers. Now, these world powers have a lot of power. America, for example, have what we call executive power. America president have executive power to do anything. And of course, a lot of people get offended when America president exercise his executive power over something. They get upset. I want to give you example of one of the executive power that American government or the United States president has exercised. This executive power is, for example, moving the capital of Israel to Jerusalem, moving the United States of America embassy to Jerusalem, making Jerusalem the capital of Israel is the executive, one of the executive power. And if the president of America can, in this modern day, move the capital of Israel to Jerusalem, believe me, everything can be done. Believe me, that is the thing that is in Bible. In fact, what Trump did in Israel, is what the prophecy of Bible. Trump moved the capital of Israel to Jerusalem. That is according to the Bible. Remember, when the Bible was written, Trump was not born. This Bible you see, for those of us who believe in Bible, we know that Bible were written by human beings, but it is according to the revelation of God, according to the word of God. Bible was written according to the word of God through revelations and prophecies. So, in the Bible talked about Israel, Bible talked about the Jerusalem, and it is happening, and it has happened. Remember, every president of America promised to move the capital, the Israeli capital, from where it was to Jerusalem. I want to show you, because this is going to be the background of my broadcast this evening, so that you people will understand. One moment. One moment. One moment. I want to show you, one moment. Because when we do, we have to give you proof of what we're talking about. So I want to show you now, so that you will understand, what I'm talking about. Because a lot of you don't understand it. One moment. One moment. Now I want you to watch this. moment.
What I have never received from anyone. When I wrote to him that I am ready to take risk for peace, he answered me, what I have never received from anyone elsewhere in the world. He said, if you are ready to take risk to peace, we, the United States, will do our utmost to help you to minimize this risk for the sake of peace. Your prize, and especially the fact that it is called after Prophet Isaiah.
Mission of achieving peace. You got this
Prime Minister, well, he does too.
Yeah.
As the journey toward Middle East peace advances, the courageous leadership and vision of the Prime Minister will become more clear to all the world, and they will serve not only the people of Israel, but all people in our generation and those who will inherit the earth.
We have lived to see, and the Prime Minister has been an instrument in proving that negotiations work. Peace is possible, but it takes courage.
On behalf of House Democrats, to stand.
There are no two Jerusalems. There is only one Jerusalem. For us, Jerusalem is not a subject to compromise. And there is no peace without Jerusalem.
Immediate, just as soon as we have a final judgment on that.
Will you continue to finance the Hetz project in Israel?
Yes.
Now, this is one. Jerusalem is peace. There is no peace without Jerusalem. This is one. Listen to the second video. One moment. Because when we do, we show you it is not just, we are not just talking. We show you the proof, and you can, you can begin to make something out of it. Now, I want you to also
I continue to say that Jerusalem will be the capital of Israel. And I have said that before, and I will say it again. And I also have said that it is important that we don't simply slice the city in half, but I've also said that that's a final status issue. That's an issue that has to be dealt with the parties involved, the Palestinians and the Israelis, and it's not the job of the United States to dictate the form in which that will take, but rather to support the efforts that are being made right now to resolve these very difficult issues that have a long history.
Now, Obama, who is pro-Islam, Obama, who brought the Islamists in Nigeria today, is here telling you, or was here telling you, it is not America's responsibility to dictate. But from the beginning, he mentioned that Jerusalem is capital of Israel. So Obama recognized that Jerusalem is capital of Israel, and at the same time, he knows he has the executive power to make Jerusalem the capital of Israel. Not only Obama, all the president of America recognize it, from Clinton to W. Bush to Obama to Trump. All of them recognize that Jerusalem is capital of Israel. Why am I showing you this video? Why am I talking about America? Why I'm talking about America is that so that you will understand the power. You will understand when we say world power. You will understand the power of America. Because a lot of you don't know. A lot of you don't understand the power vested on America. You know, Nigerians are so ignorant, especially those politicians. That is the reason why a minister of information in Nigeria, which is, by the way, the biggest liar of the century, Lai Mohammed, who is a minister of information, will come out to tell you that who give America police of the world because of ignorance of the power of America. Now, this Adesina, Femi Adesina, because of ignorance, Femi Adesina will come to tell you that America have no business in Nigeria issue because of ignorance. You know, the ignorance that is, overwhelming in them will make them to come for government officials to come publicly to talk about America when they should be the one lecturing their citizens the power vested on America, the power that America enjoys. Now, you have listed, let me play the Obama again for you to hear Obama saying America, Jerusalem is capital of Israel. And remember, the reason I am playing this video is that I'm going to play Trump also. When Trump was campaigning and claiming that he will make that Jerusalem is capital of Israel. And Obama told you here that America cannot single-handedly make Jerusalem capital of Israel. But today, Trump has made Jerusalem capital of Israel by executive order. Now listen.
I continue to say that Jerusalem will be the capital of Israel. And I have said that before, and I will say it again. And I also have said that it is important that we don't simply slice the city in half, but I've also said that that's a final status issue. That's an issue that has to be dealt with the parties involved, the Palestinians and the Israelis, and it's not the job of the United States to dictate the form in which that will take, but rather to support the efforts that...
Now, the difference between this political correctness of Obama is that he said it is not the American power to dictate, but the America will support. You see, the difference between Obama and Trump is that Trump did not recognize that it is not American power. Trump recognized his power as a president of the United States of America, and he made Jerusalem the capital of Israel. The thing that other presidents who were controlled by... I want to tell you something today. You see, do you know why Trump is very, very important when it comes to, global peace? Do you people know why? I want to tell you something today. You see, every president of America have their hand tied with what you call lobbyists. They have their hand tied with lobbyists who are being funded by multinational corporations. Lobbyists who are being funded by most powerful people, powerful organizations, and companies in the world. When a president of America, when America is electing their president, this multinational corporation pump millions of dollars into campaigns. I'm going to use Barack Obama as example. Barack Obama campaign were funded by different kind of group. They were funded by even Saudi Arabia. Barack Obama campaign were funded by different group, different corporation. So now, when died, there are some decisions he cannot make. Even if he want to make that decision, it will be influenced by the people that sponsors his campaign. It will be influenced by the lobbyists that this multinational corporation are paying to lobby the policy of Obama to favor whatever international policy that favors their business. So, ordinarily, Obama recognized the fact that Jerusalem should be the capital of Israel. But because of Obama's hand is tied with people who do not want Jerusalem to become the capital of Israel, and because they funded his campaign, and he can't do decision that will go against their interest. So for that reason, Obama only promised with mouth to do this and do that. He cannot do it because of the hand is tied. Now, what is the difference with Trump? This is what people should know. For people who call Trump white supremacist or whatever, listen to me. Trump have nobody funding his campaign. That is the difference. Trump have no multinational corporation funding his campaign. Trump have no lobbyists lobbying for the interest of this multinational corporation. That is why you see CNN don't want to hear Trump, because CNN is a product of this multinational corrupt corporation that are controlling the American president. Each president that comes to America, his hand will be tied to this multinational corporation, corrupt multinational corporation, and the policy of this government of that president will always tailored to favor this corporation and their businesses. That is why a lot of things is going on in America today. They are fighting against Trump because nobody is controlling Trump. And that is why Trump have used his executive power to make Jerusalem the capital of Israel. Why I'm not going to go into detail. One day, maybe I will bring one day to tell you details of what America is. Because when we are, I want you to understand when we are saying America, 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 so that you people will understand the power of America. It is not just an ordinary saying. So now I have to go into, because if I begin to explain this America thing today, it will take because believe me, I have the information, it's very intact. So if I begin to dish out the information about America, probably all of you will not sleep again, because I believe me, you are going to enjoy it. Now, so I am not going to go into the America issue for now again, because what I want to do today is to tell you that no matter what, for those who are educated and they are still asking why are we relying on America, we have to rely on America. You see, believe me, why we have to rely on America is that America don't like terrorists. Nigeria is a terrorist country. We have to rely on America. Why we have to also rely on America is because America will do everything to restore peace in Africa, to restore peace in West Africa. So now, how do you restore peace in a country like Nigeria? Because when we are talking about restoring peace now, we are not talking about restoring peace in Nigeria alone. We are talking about restoring peace in West Africa, in the Sahel. When America is sending envoy, America don't send envoy to Nigeria. America send envoy to the Sahel. This Sahel now will be, looking after Nigeria and all the region there. You see it now, so it is not just, America will not just single out Nigeria and send envoy to Nigeria. No, the envoy will be deployed to the Sahel, which will now be supervising Nigeria and all the neighboring country affected by this terrorists and all that. So we have to understand the power of America. Now, before I go further, I want to show you something. Now, because remember that I said we have to bring to you, to your knowledge, what transpired in the secret during the war, the body language of America and the body language of Nigeria. I have been able to tell you, review so many secret documents, declassified documents of the United States Department of State on Biafra. And I am still on it. So today I am releasing the one of the 3rd of February 1969. Now, let us go there. and I want you to pay attention to the body language in this moment. This is the telegram. The telegram of December of the Department of State, the 3rd, you see, 3rd February 1969. Action. Embassy. This should be Embassy Lagos priority. Now, let us now read for you to understand what this secret document says. If Facebook is deleting you, just go out and come back. You are watching me live on Facebook, live on Twitter, live on YouTube. If any of this channel, if Facebook is disturbing you, go to YouTube. Remember, go and subscribe to my YouTube. Go and follow me on Twitter. If this Facebook is disturbing, go to YouTube. If YouTube disturb you, go to Twitter. One of them, Ambassador Iyala, calls on Secretary of State of the United States. Nigeria ambassador's name then was Ambassador Iyala. Now, Nigerian Ambassador Iyala called on Secretary January 31st at later request. The Secretary received him cordially and assured him of our continued high regard for Nigeria, emphasizing that our principal interest in present difficult situation is to see that people are fed. He said the U.S. government under severest pressure from American public to do our utmost to see that need met. Now, I tell you, the American people, American citizens, American people were putting so much pressure on American government during the war. They were putting so much pressure on American government to go and save Biafra. And Nigeria people were seeing the pressure being put by the American citizen. The Nigeria ambassador in America is there witnessing the pressure that American people were putting on American government. So, on that note, America in 1969 was hell-bent to come for aid of Biafra. And of course, it was with diplomacy. It was with diplomacy. Now, 2, at the secretary request, Mr. Palmer then told the ambassador that although we and the Joint Church Aid Committee committed to working out inspection procedure for C-97 flight. Remember that this C-97 flight, Gowon did everything possible for America not to sell this C-97 flight for Biafra aid. Gowon did everything. Nigeria government did everything to stop America from selling this C-97, but America turned them down. That was the beginning of paradigm shift in this whole thing. Now, this arrangement not yet completed. They should be completed soon, but in light serious relief situation, flight cannot meanwhile be delayed. Iyala appeared distressed but resigned. You see, Iyala appeared distressed because of what was going on in America, because of the language of America toward Nigeria at that time. Everybody was running from pillar to pole. Gowon was running from pillar to pole because they see America turning their back on Nigeria for Biafra. Gowon had to go to Russia to begin to lobby and promise Russia heaven and earth. And even the ambassador of Nigeria in the United States, you read, this is that this ambassador called Iyala appeared distressed but resigned, emphasizing once more federal military government's concern that there be some control over private relief agency operation. He indicated federal military government realizes it cannot participate in inspection but wishes be sure U.S. government satisfied relief nature of cargoes. Now, number three, Remember, this is a discussion between the ambassador of Nigeria to the United States and the U.S. Secretary of State. Now, during further discussion of relief problem, Iyala said federal military government sending unpublicized delegation to Equatorial Guinea. Now, I want to tell you something. How many of you remember that during the war, at a point, remember that the relief was coming from Equatorial Guinea to Biafra and all that. But at a point, Equatorial Guinea, the leadership of Equatorial Guinea, they begin to give problem. They don't want the flights to leave from their territory to Biafra anymore. So people did not know where the problem come from. People did not know why all of a sudden the president of Equatorial Guinea or the leadership of Equatorial Guinea all of a sudden, don't want the relief agency to take off from their land. They are demanding that they be compensated for it. They demanded that they be compensated for it. Do you know why the Equatorial Guinea all of a sudden demanded that they must be compensated before the flight it is taken off from their own land to Biafra? Do you know why? Because of these people they sent here. The ambassador informed the Secretary of State in America that further discussion relief problem, Iyala said the Nigeria federal military government sending unpublicized delegation to Equatorial Guinea. And this unpublicized delegation, they now went to Equatorial Guinea to lobby the government of Equatorial Guinea to stop them from flying from Equatorial Guinea to Biafra. But because they cannot completely turn they cannot completely turn these release agencies down, they decided that they have to be compensated. They have to be compensated. Now, watch. While he did not specify purpose of the mission, he implied that it was intended to register favorable federal military government attitude toward resumption of this same agency flight from Santa Isabel. He noted that the Red Cross neglected informed federal military government of arrangement with the dehome of the relief flight from Cotonou until January 29. He indicated that this was typical of reason why the Red Cross constantly in difficulties with African government. So for the first time in this whole Biafra and Nigeria thing, I am revealing to you today, for the very, very first time, because I have researched everywhere, I have never come across where somebody told the story of what is the reason behind Equatorial Guinea all of a sudden turning down the flight, from leaving from their territory to Biafra. But today, it has been revealed here. It was the Nigeria government led by Gowon that actually sent unpublicized delegates to Equatorial Guinea government to make sure they reject everything that the flight must not take off from their land. You see, it was Nigeria government. But in all this history that I have been told, nobody ever mentioned what happened. Why did Equatorial Guinea all of a sudden demand compensation from these relief agencies before they can be using their airspace and use their territory and fly from their territory to Biafra? You see, nobody knew, but it was here. It has been revealed here that the ambassador of Nigeria revealed to the Secretary of State that Nigeria sent unpublicized delegate. And even here, he did not open up to the Secretary of State of America to tell the Secretary of State why are Nigeria sending those delegates to Guinea and the purpose of the delegate. He didn't reveal it. He just said that the delegates, they are just, they just went there to see how to work on the Red Cross or whatever to approach the government. He did not review the intention and the agenda of the delegate sent by Gowon. But here you can see it. It was Nigeria that approached Equatorial Guinea, and they must have paid them. They probably must have paid them money, or they have bribed them to make it difficult for America to use their airspace. Now, what? in response to urging by Secretary that federal military government do its best to minimize quantity of relief supply getting into Biafra. Iyala said federal military government would like to see similar pressure started by U.S. on Ojukwu to accept overland corridor. You see, and the daylight flight to both of which federal military government has long since agreed. You see, because they want to bomb them, they want to be bombarding the flight that were coming, and the ambassador was lobbying to see America, put pressure on Ojukwu to accept that. This observation not made with rancor, but in tone of a railed patient. 5. Undersecretary who was present then urged Iyala need for federal military government to be forthcoming in issuing visas promptly to needed relief expert, and extensive delay would be construed or obstructionism. He noted that as a reoccupied area increases in size, more and more relief people will be required. It was agreed there will be further working level discussion of visa question. Now, when you look at this, you find out the body language of America continue to change. That all the things that Nigeria did to not make them succeed in sending the relief, they turned them down. Remember, this was happening in 1969. Now, haven't seen this. Remember that if Facebook remove you, come back. We don't care, because when they are always sitting on our pages. Now back to Nigeria. We are now going back to Nigeria. I want you to watch this.
Well, Jonathan Adesin is my own junior brother. He's doing his job. I won't blame him. But he knows the reality on ground. All of us, when we go outside our villas, we know what is going on in the villages where we come from. Things are not normal there. He knows. He is a free citizen. Let him take his car from here to Osun. If he can go freely without the army escort or a police escort, or go through Kaduna without any escort. If he goes and come back, which means he has gone through.
Our elder here is challenging Femi Adesina to take his car and drive to Osho and come back to Abuja. This is a very big challenge to Femi Adesina. Yoruba elder is challenging Femi Adesina. He told Femi, if you can drive from your Abuja to Osho and come back, then they will know that he is somebody. In fact, he said not even Osho. He challenged Femi Adesina to drive from Abuja to Kaduna and come back without escort. He cannot do it. These are the people that are telling you that everything is fine in Nigeria. These are the people. Femi Adesina is the one telling you that the president is working, that a terrorist has been defeated. And now his kinsman is telling him to drive from Abuja to Osun without escorts. And he will see how safe Nigeria is. In fact, the man look at Osun. Osun, is probably very far. He decided to reduce it to Kaduna. He told Femi Adesina to travel to Kaduna and come back to see how safe Nigeria is. Now watch.
I'm taking training. But what we are saying now is, we should, for now that we are having issues, we should call a spade a spade. A situation where many soldiers are withdrawing and running away from deserting the army, going away with our arms and ammunition unchecked. Most of them, they have run away in thousands.
You see? Now, they are thousands. Do you remember when I said it? I told you that when I come to say the Senate, the House of Rep is probing them, they are resigning, 300 soldiers have resigned, mass resignation. Did you hear this man? This man is telling you that the soldiers that are fleeing and leaving the Nigerian military are in thousands. And they are not even they are not even dropping their arms. Now listen.
And all the insurgencies, and they have taken away their guns. These are the problems we are having in the society now. Because they didn't run away for nothing. They are still using part of what they have taken away to humiliate us.
Senator, we need to,
even in the night.
We need to conclude on this one, Senator. My apologies on this, Senator. But quickly, Mr. Additional, are you going to take up the challenge?
No, the Senator begged the question. The question was, does he know that the military was audited? Then he begged the question. He went into extraneous issues. There are challenges, but the challenges are being encountered, are being saved up front, and we will overcome.
Femi Adesina dodging ordinary question as usual. Femi Adesina taking up the challenge of going to Abuja and coming back. Are you taking up the challenge of going to Osun State and coming back? Femi Adesina cannot take this challenge. Instead, he started talking story of how we know things are bad. Did you hear that? Now, listen.
I agree that the challenges are enormous. They are daunting. But this is not the time to begin to throw stones and kick those who are confronting the challenges on behalf of the country.
Somebody say the aid is from Gabon, not from Equatorial Guinea. Go and read the history. You see, the history written by who? Aid is from Gabon. Yes. Aid is from Gabon. Yes. The question is, use the Equatorial Guinea airspace. The answer is yes. So it is you that should go and read the history, because of course they have lied to you to think it is Gabon. It is Gabon alone. Yes, Gabon aid was coming from Gabon. In fact, Gabon supported Biafra. So this man, this Hausa man that commented now that go and read the history, this Salisu Umar saying it is Gabon. Yes, Gabon supported Biafra. But I'm telling you now about Equatorial Guinea. I am telling you about Equatorial Guinea. I am not telling you about Gabon. I am telling you about Equatorial Guinea because Equatorial Guinea airspace were used as well. So go and check the history. But of course, what do you know? People in the South don't know history. Is it you that's going to know history? Is it you that went to Amajiri? You have opportunity to come to Facebook. If people that we should be telling you history are the Southern Nigerians. What do you know? What do you know about Biafra war and the history? Now, as you can see, this is just yesterday. The same Boko Haram that they are releasing are now executing workers, aid workers, and as you can see, they are executing people. Remember, the people that was executed, this aid worker that was executed were captured. This aid worker you see that were executed were captured from Monguno. How many of you remember? They were captured from here. They were all captured from this. Now, you have seen, this was the place these people you see were abducted. All the people you see that were executed here now, they were all abducted from Munguno, from this Munguno, on the 13th day of June 2020. They abducted them from this Munguno and now they are executing them. Remember, we also told you not only these aid workers were abducted that day, they abducted even military men. Nigerian soldiers were abducted. Now, we are challenging Femi Adesina to travel to Kaduna unless he has undergone Amotekon training. Let me play it again so that you understand what is going on. The man told him unless he has undergone Amotekon training. Now listen.
Well, Jonathan Adeson is my own junior brother. He's doing his job. I won't blame him. But he knows the reality on ground. All of us, when we go outside our villas, we know what is going on in the villages where we come from. Things are not normal there. He knows. He's a free citizen. Let him take his car from here to also, if he can go freely and come back, well, which means he has gone through Amotekun training. But what we are saying now is, we should, for now that we are having issues, we should call a spade a spade. A situation where many soldiers are withdrawing and running away from deserting the army, going away with our arms and ammunition, unchecked. Most of them, they have run away in thousands. Most of them were killed by Boko Haram and all the insurgencies, and they have taken away their guns. These are the problems we are having in the society now. Because they didn't run away for nothing, they are still using part of what they have taken away to humiliate us.
You are about to get the biggest disappointment in your life. You are about to get the biggest disappointment for you to see the caliber of people question they want to ask Femi to answer.
My apologies on this, Senator, but quickly, Mr. Adesina, are you going to take up the challenge?
The question was, does he know that the military was audited? But he begged the question. He went into extraneous issues. We all know that there are challenges in the country. Everybody has this. Everybody has this. There are challenges. But these challenges are being encountered, challenges are enormous. They are daunting. But this is not the time to begin to throw stones and teach those who are confronting the challenges on behalf of the...
Ask him ordinary question. Are you taking up the challenge? He started talking story. Instead of, yes, I will take up the challenge to prove that the presidency or the Nigeria security is now better. No, because he knows the truth. But he will come to lie. He cannot answer ordinary question. Ordinary question. Are you going to take up the challenge to go to Kaduna and come back? He cannot take up the challenge. Anyway, on this note, I am going to bring the broadcast to an end. I know all of you are tired. I am tired of our leader broadcast today. So I am going to, stop here. And then tomorrow is going to be our normal broadcast day. I am going to be here at exactly 7 p.m. Biafra time. 7 p.m. Biafra time. I will try everything possible because tomorrow I'm going to come loaded. So I will try everything possible to make sure my tomorrow broadcast or today broadcast from where I am now is going to be at exactly 7 p.m. But if I don't make it 7 p.m. for a lot of you not to get tired, and because a lot of people are working, I am working tomorrow as well. So on this